All right, you guys, so this is probably the video that everybody's been waiting to hear and see for the last 3 or so years. So let's just jump right into it and get this over with so we can continue on with our build and what's going on. So approximately 3 years ago, this car, or the car before it, was involved in a high-speed pursuit, and allegedly they said it was me and used my Instagram to say it was me, but that night they never pulled over, or they never got in contact with whoever was driving the car, and they never got in contact with the owner of the vehicle. And they just basically went on the Google Maps, used the address that was on the back of the vehicle, or basically registered to the vehicle, hopped on or Google Maps or some shit like that. They hopped on Google Maps, they pulled up the address, and then after they pulled up the address, they found a white sedan that used to be in my old G37 sedan. They found that, and it had a club sticker on there. He fucking went, took the club sticker, put it in Instagram, stalked, basically went to my club page, went to Strictly Tuners. This is all documented, so I could talk about it because it's everything that happened and went on in court. Because I've been fighting this case for 3 years. You know, the case is over and everything's done, but we'll get into that real soon. But that's why I went non-active for a really long time and wasn't posting and haven't posted any videos, and you guys don't know or anything what happened to the car because the car was gone. Or the other car, I don't even know where it's at. This is a whole different car. You know, the other car is gone. This is not the same vehicle. But they never got, the cops never got a car that night. You know, their car was never recovered by anybody. And they never came in contact with whoever was driving the car either, but they were just so determined that it was me. But we took it to trial as well. And yeah, so where can we go with this? Because I'm trying not to make this video over 5 minutes, and then we'll basically go into part 2, and then I'll drop another part or whatever. And this will be a series, basically a breakdown leading up to what happened, because this is going to be probably a couple videos, just for the simple fact, I know a lot of you guys don't got a lot of time, so I don't want to cram everything into one fucking video. So basically we'll do this. Let me know if you guys like the scenery, the car in the background. We can go over the build later, but this is definitely a different car. It's not the same vehicle, and you guys know that we started building this, you know, not too long ago. So with that being said, let's jump right back into what will happen. So they used the Instagram or whatever and try to pinpoint and say it was me, or basically use the Instagram. They stalked me on Cinco de Mayo weekend. They pulled me over at gunpoint inside my truck with like 15, 20 cop cars deep. They pulled me over at gunpoint, took me out of the car, didn't tell me what I was being arrested for, took me down to the police station where he told me I was being booked on felony evading charges. And from that point forward, I contacted my partner, my girlfriend, my wife, the person that's been with me for the last 14 years, the owner of the vehicle, which they did not contact that night, or they would have found out who had the car. But they didn't, so, you know, who knows who had the car. But allegedly, you know, it was me. But so I'm sitting in booking or whatever. I contact her. I'm like, hey, you know, hit the save. Go contact Latin Bail Bonds. Bail me out. The bail was $11,700, you know, for like 100 and something thousand or whatever. It was like 150,000, I think the bail was. So I dropped 11,700 on bail and bailed out the same day that I got arrested. And then we moved forward. The first couple of court dates, you know, the public defender was real fucking rude and pushy. And, you know, I just didn't like it. And I knew that I was probably going to get locked up, you know, because their job is to just get a charge to stick or whatever, you know, and they just want to hurry and get the cases over because they're flooded. So I went and spent another $10,000, and I fought this with the lawyer, paid lawyer from LA, which used to have to fly out here every court date. And we did this shit for 3 years, and it was very stressful until it got to a point where my lawyer wanted another $25,000 to go to trial. So at that point, you know, he already did his thing, you know, caught the officer on the stand lying, tried to say that he seen me, which was a lie. He never seen me. He said he got out of the vehicle, which he never stepped out of the car, which was also a lie. And all this was all documented, you know what I mean? And so we just kept going on, fast forward, and then finally I talked to one of my boys that did like 15 years in the feds, and he was just like, bro, just take your chance with the public defender, you know, don't sell all your shit, because I was going to sell what I had, you know, my bike, my jet ski, boat, you know, everything was for sale, motorcycle, you know, because, you know, since I haven't been posting, I got about 30 seconds, you know, and then this is going to be the end of the video. So basically I'll continue on talking about what's going on, but you guys are gonna have to wait for part 2 or whatever. But like, comment, subscribe, and wait for part 2 because it's gonna get interesting. I'm gonna talk about what happened on the stand, being cross-examination. Like I could talk about all that shit because it's over now, so stay tuned.